Nice! Classy! So yeah, like I said, this is basically a drug den, but for tech. So let us connect.
I can't reach any of its control surfaces. There's a centimeter-thick layer of other people's wetware covering its surface.
Classy. Alright, well, let's break it off. There we go. We got rid of their cyber goop, and we can add our own cyber goop to the mess. Truly, this is living. Alright. On we go. Yep, this is basically the internet for you. Hey, what's going on?
Hi there. Hi there. Hi there.
No time to talk, too busy dancing. Outstanding. Oh, hey, fancy meeting you here. Alright, have a good night, Eyes. Thanks for coming.
Salam, Mandela. I trust you made it here without too much difficulty.
Nothing I
not
couldn't
too bad.
I'm not used to all this Meetspace stuff, though.
Nonetheless, you've proven yourself resourceful.
You said you knew more about the guy who tried to kill me. You and your Holly...
Jahilia. In fact, there's been a breakthrough since we last spoke. Unfortunately, security is still an issue.
Right.
It's
What's
a public
going on?
server in a den. I guess anyone could be in here, even other cell agents.
It is good to see you understand the value of privacy.
I don't need anyone else finding out where I am. What do you need?
Jahilia's hackers have managed to block any further connections to this server. You must now help us in clearing out any remaining users.
Okay. Can't you do it?
Why can't you do it? You've obviously got hackers. Get them on it.
Unfortunately, our teams have done all that they can in blocking the ports. Those remaining in the server must be persuaded to leave.
Can't you just tell me now? There can't be many people left.
We must be absolutely sure of our seclusion. Please, do this for us, and we may share all we've learned.
Fine, I'll get rid of them. Don't get used to having me around them. Once this whole nuked up mess is sorted out, I am never leaving the trance again.
Famous last words. Alright.
If you want everyone gone, why don't you just crash the server remotely? I could have done that if you wanted. It would get rid of everyone.
It would, but would also call attention to us. Our hackers have blocked incoming connections. Resetting the server would disable this.
Oh, then everyone would just reconnect again.
Precisely. We've removed as many as we can over the net. The remainder must physically leave the trance by themselves.
With a little
Again, we're
incentive
gonna have
for
to
me.
adjust the music.
Did you know where this sim was being hosted? It's a stolen street corner terminal in a dingy cellar.
A trance den, yes. We often use it as a meeting point. I have not been there personally, but my allies' reports have painted a vivid picture.
Yeah, it's a great place. If you're a rat or a giant cockroach.
Perhaps you can use this to your advantage? The conditions sound only a little way from intolerable. Those within the den may need only a little push to make it sound.
You don't know how far thralls will go for a link.
Alright.
I'll get back to ruining everyone's evening.
Bit defeated.
So yeah, this is kind of a fun puzzle. Basically, we need to kick everyone out of the trance den, and there's a few ways to do that for each one. Hang on a second. Yeah, see, again, we have a situation where the music suddenly spiked even though the volume slider was way down. There's something going on with the music that every time when the track changes between scenes, or possibly within a scene. Kind of hard to tell. Anyway, we basically need to go around to each person in here and kick them out, and they're going to have different ways
Evening.
of doing that for each one. Anyway, what's your story?
Something bothering you?
Not obvious, huh?
I can see it right through the trance. What's up?
Well, I gotta come out to these dens to trance, right? Except the last couple of times, it's not gone so well.
Wiring problems?
Worse, someone keeps going through my pockets while I'm under. I disconnect and find someone's gone with all my quanta.
Jeez, sorry to hear. Poverty's my answer to that problem.
This time I'm hiding it. They won't find any money on me.
This your usual haunt?
First time here, actually. There's a place in Mayasa that I used to go to.
This is my first time here too. I stopped going to dens after I matriculated.
I can understand. Some people just prefer the freedom of the open web. But you get a different kind of atmosphere in these smaller local servers.
You like the server this den's got running?
It's alright. There's only so much you can do with a repurposed terminal, though.
No doubt legitimately acquired.
No doubt. Still, they've got a bar, a dance floor, and a bunch of games running. And I love the way you can just stare off the edge into forever.
Right.
Interesting avatar you've got there.
Thanks. Apparently I'm an idealist.
So it's based around your perfect self-image?
Exactly. Screw months of diet and exercise.
Or millions of quanta of surgery and nanoplasty?
You're one as well?
I never really thought about it that way. I just thought this looked cool.
Right. Anyway,
Let me get back to you.
Sink you later.
So yeah, you talk to people and you'll get various clues about what their issues are and ways to get rid of them. Some are local to the trance den, some are... Okay, again... Yeah, it must be every time we move between locations. Let's see, are there any other openings? Doesn't look like it. What's over here? Games.
Hey,
Now what?
get in line. I was here first.
Hi there.
What?
What's the line for?
If you must know, I'm waiting for a slot to open up in the games. I'm first, though. You hear me?
Sure.
There are social conventions that must be followed.
Are the
Uh-huh.
games any good?
Would I be waiting here if they weren't?
Right. How about you sign off?
This might seem a little strange, but I need everyone to leave the server.
What? No! I haven't gotten into the games yet.
It wouldn't be for long.
No, games first, then I go home. Do you get me?
Uh-huh. Right.
What's up?
If you must know, I'm partaking in the digital experience. Apparently more vivaciously than you.
How do you figure? You're just standing, floating there.
Hey, shut up!
You're ahead.
Very astute. And you're behind.
No, I mean, you're just a floating head. Why are you just a floating head?
Because unlike some people, I'm choosing to take the trance to its full potential. We can look like whatever we want. But some people just look like people. Ooh, human body, 2 legs, 2 arms. How original.
I like having legs.
Yeah, it's so limited though. Realists like you have no imagination.
Hey, who are you calling a realist?
Right. Anyway,
Is this one of your usual trance spots?
Yeah, it's acceptable most of the time. Mostly because I'm not being bothered by inane questions from plebes.
It looked
yeah,
a little
we were
dirty
so gonna-
outside to me.
Yeah,
we are so
no,
gonna
it's
prank this guy.
disgusting.
That a problem?
No, I got my usual spot to crash under the pipes. It's the cleanest place in the den. Lousy.
Oh yeah.
Ciao.
Fine, whatever.
Tried to bully this guy. But yeah, I kind of like this as a sequence, because you have a series of puzzles you can effectively do in any order, but you eventually need to do all of them. So, under the pipes, that would be
One
this
of the
fella right here.
trancers is spread out on the foam mat on the floor, underneath all the rusty water pipes.
Pipes in the ceiling, usefully labeled for maintenance. Can we cause property destruction?
Ew!
Ha ha ha! Yes! Get fucked, talking head guy.
One of the trancers.
Alright, now, another one was worried about their stuff getting
She
stolen.
looks so starved and ragged. It's people like her that give trancers a bad rep.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm sure you're a shining example of it.
Looks like he's made himself comfortable.
But yeah, I like this both mechanically and thematically, because we're having Latha confront the reality of what it means to be addicted to a virtual environment, so much that you forego reality, and you're seeing the extreme contrast between what these people are like online and their offline selves, which they've allowed to waste away.
Hey,
What do you want?
much as I hate to bring up Meetspace stuff,
Spit it out.
actually, that's what you might need to do. The sewage pipe over your head's burst.
What? How'd something like that happen?
I've, no idea.
Nuke it. Nuke it. I will not be giving this server any positive feedback on my blog.
Hey! Off goes Gandalf. Noise. Now, let's head down here. I know her issue was her
Hi
stuff
there.
getting stolen.
Evening.
What do you think of the walking can opener outside the den?
Leon, he's alright. He fought in Singapore. Doesn't like to talk about it, though.
Don't you think it's odd, someone without wiring running a trance den?
It's good for security, I guess. Means he's always on guard.
You're still worried.
Okay, again, the volume did the thing.
Waves are tricky.
Alright.
Let me
Think you'll...
Hey.
Hi there.
Evening.
I think what's happening is there's some kind of... The audio track for the dance party is refreshing itself every time we change the location because it is not necessarily playing at an even volume at each place, and that's causing it to reset to some kind of default volume level. Just a guess, but that'd be what I imagine is happening. Anyway.
I've got RAM trouble. What was
Thieves. Every time I trance, I get my RL inventory wiped.
But you've got a
Exactly. I got it stashed somewhere still. 3 truggings in a row.
trugging? Oh,
Smothering the worry with humor isn't working either.
Right, okay.
why'd you choose this place?
My folks have been trying to get me to cut down,
Fortunately, something I've not had to deal with. No folks.
so I can't trance at home. I have to use dens. The further from home the dens are, the better. Why'd you come here?
I'm on the run from a cell agent who's trying to kill me. My underground contact told me to meet here.
You're funny.
I do appreciate that the truth is unbelievable.
You've been trancing long?
Not really. Only got wired last year. My friends were raving about the trance, and eventually I gave in.
It was a good choice, wasn't it?
The best. The trance is a whole new experience. A whole new world. Before, the net was just a net. Now,
It's thoughts, feelings, media, all is a living world.
I don't think I'd want
a
to
waking
experience the
dream full
internet
of
full
everything, made of other minds.
Welcome
virtual
to my
reality.
I started to spend a whole lot of time in here after that.
Bearing in
Sure,
mind
dropped
this
out
was
of my
written nearly
postgrad
10
course,
years
but-
ago. Before everything about
Let
the
me get
internet
back to
just
you.
got
Go later.
shittier. I mean, you can still find experiences like... Yeah, this is how druggies see druggies, exactly. What's the over-under of the fat guy in the chair being hurt? Pretty high, I'd say. In fact, let's sign out and let's see if we can steal their stuff.
Hey. Nope, nothing. Nah, mine's fresher. Besides, everyone else will have been sticking their fingers in that stuff.
Yeah. Year 2073, 99% of the internet is AI slop, and AIs are getting depressed. Yeah, no kidding.
It's built into the wall. I can't just pull that out.
That's quitter talk, Latha. Crowbar! Yes! Fuck yeah, property damage! Okay, so that does go in. We can Deus Ex our way in. Nice. Alright, well... What about the sofa? Anything hidden under here?
This is a lot of quanta for someone to lose in the sofa.
Hey! Alright, so we're taking their money instead. Sweet.
A plastic credit chip for those times you need to buy something without using the net. I can sense in my wetware that it has a couple hundred quanta still loaded.
Man, that's probably enough for a soy burger or something. Anyway, back online. Anyway, yeah, your money got stolen.
Hey, I don't know how to tell you this.
What is it?
Well, I was just offline a second ago, you know, finding some food. Anyway, I saw this guy going through your stuff on the sofa.
Oh, nuke, he found it? Damn.
Yeah,
what do you
yeah.
look like?
A big guy, huge.
A big guy, lots of muscle.
Wait, did he have an animated snake tattoo on his arm? White hair?
He might have.
Nuke, I know who it was.
I'm getting a
gonna
sense his
kill
name
that asshole when I
was
get home.
Dan,
Max is right.
Dave.
He sounds like
Doug.
a terrible individual.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah.
Awesome. There's a
Howdy
story
miss.
there.
What can I get you?
Yeah, give me a Cuba Libre.
Cuba
That
Libre,
sounds
my
good.
man.
Here you go.
Sweet.
What are you supposed to be? Victorian?
I'm the bartender, Missy. Wouldn't be much of a club without one.
Real or...
Nah, I'm part of the program. They got me out of a broken down machine in a dive bar in southeast Newton.
He sounds like a terrible individual is the most hello fellow sapiens line ever. Yeah, exactly. It's so descriptive. Yeah, suspect is hatless. Anyway,
Ciao.
alright. So anyway,
So, that organization you work for?
With. Jahilia's membership is non-hierarchical.
Sounds like it'd be hard to get anything agreed on.
Sometimes the differing viewpoints of members leads to a standstill. The ethical integrity is a refreshing change from my RO work, though.
Wasn't Guy working for you?
In a manner of speaking, sometimes we need to subcontract our tasks. For those matters, we'll recruit experts. Guy was such.
alright.
So, I know it's awful etiquette in the trance. I'm almost disgusted to hear me say it, but
You want to know more about the real me?
yeah. I mean, you probably can for secrecy and all.
You are correct. There's a reason we have our identities in here. Even you, Mama. Let's just say that outside, I work to do good for the world.
I'll
Jahilia's
bet you do.
interests match my own in that respect.
Any word from Guy since I left Cell?
Guy was discharged from Cell shortly after their escape. He made contact with us and sends his thanks.
That's a relief.
Huh.
I'll get back to ruining everyone's evening.
Bitafik.
Alright, well. Now that there's no one in the line of the games, let's head on in. Alright, options, grab ball, and get nuked. Hey,
there.
what's happening?
Hey, you got here just in time!
For what?
The end of the world, baby!
Uh-oh.
Here we go!
This is problematic.
What a rush, huh?
Man is
What
actually
just happened?
T-posing for
What is
effect.
this sim?
Get nuked, man.
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry. That's the name of the sim.
Get nuked? That's a bit...
A bit on the nose, but it does what it says on the wrapper. That's what people come here to do. Get nuked.
I think I've had enough explosions for 1 week.
Right.
So, what's it about?
The whole history of atomic warfare, baby. If you can think of a time where they've dropped the bomb, this sim gives you the chance to experience it.
Wow, I've seen people make some pretty weird stuff in the trance. I guess I'm not in a position to judge.
Darn straight. Besides, it's not just historical interest, it's for
Yeah,
fun.
first people...
With online map data, you can set it to nuke anywhere in the world.
So yeah, first we have people infecting themselves with aphasia as a subculture, and now we have just wanting to experience a death in a nuclear fire. The future is fucked, man. Anyway, where are we now?
So, where are we? The beach?
Siege of Singapore, 12 years ago. Smack bang in the middle of the Timuhani War.
Does it have a simulation of that one time
Most
Americans
deadliest atomic
accidentally made a
conflict in
nuclear
history,
tornado?
babe.
Oh, I'm sure
China,
somebody could cook that
Pakistan,
up.
and India. You're not from around there, are you?
Why do you say that?
Well, you kind of look.
I could be a bald man in my 50s for all you know.
Just thought I'd check. Don't bite my head off. You might have lost family in it.
I have no idea where I'm from. Refugee raised in Newton.
Oh yeah, we nuked them last week as well.
Fantastic.
I'm Mandela.
Fearless Phil. Him over there is Vomitor. I help Leon out by running his nuke server for him.
Are you in the cellar? The den?
Oof, Meetspace questions. We've only just met. I'm running an open line from home. My mom doesn't like it when I go to it. I mean, I've got my own specialized setup at my place.
Fantastic. Alright.
What are your favorites?
My top 5, Castle Bravo, Hiroshima, Singapore, New Delhi, and Vegas. Some Zift came in earlier, wanted Nagasaki. Would you believe? I'm all like, they already did Japan 3 days earlier. Get some originality, man.
Can we have a go at flattening Newton? I'm in the mood to take it out on the city.
Yeah, refugee
Sorry,
raised in
babe.
Newton. Girl, you
Server's
definitely
only
lost
letting me
family
share
in that
version.
war.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
afraid Singapore's all we get.
Why are you here then? You sound like an enthusiast.
Yeah, but Leon...
Yeah,
the
there's
guy
a
who runs this
story
place,
behind
lets me
why,
handle it. I'm in
Latha
charge
is
of
the
all
way she
things
is.
atomic in this server.
Also, I like the implication that Vegas got nuked there. It's also in the backstory of the Wasteland series, and by extension the Fallout series, that Vegas managed to avoid getting a direct hit by the nuke by a nuclear weapon because the house was betting against it, and nobody ever wins against the house. Yep, it did. Kind of a lot happened out there, let's say. There was nuclear detonation in the area, let's put it that way.
That's quite an outfit you've got.
You like it? Classic post-nuke apocalypse chic.
You know, there are places in the world that have really suffered nuclear attacks. I don't think anyone dresses like that there.
My style comes from the oldies. It's post-retro. Like, from before there were any of the big atomic conflicts.
So, movies and games rather than actual nuclear catastrophes?
Exactly. The real survivors are so downbeat, aren't they? They take all the fun out of atomic warfare.
Yeah. Those people really bring down. People that survived a nuclear exchange really bring down the really bring down the good vibes, you know?
So, what's the aim? Can someone win?
It's not a game, it's a simulation. Though sometimes we try to choose scenarios and see who can get the higher body count.
Huh.
I'm winning at the moment. Sarbamba, New Delhi, 2027.
I thought you just said it wasn't a game.
Yeah, he's
Not all
Apocalypse
the
Boom.
time.
Exactly.
Is there any way to change the settings?
Singapore's the only map we've got in this version. Only thing you could do is tweak the bomb, really. And the user mortality setup, too.
User mortality setup, huh? Alright.
Thank you later.
Catch you in the afterglow.
Right. Vomiter. Anything
Hi
useful
there.
to say?
I wonder if he's ignoring me, or whether he just doesn't know I'm
Absolute Strategic
here.
Air
Trance
Command
does funny
brain,
things
yeah.
to people's perceptions
Hey, Zero, good to
sometimes.
see you. Thanks for the sub. Alright. Participant stares transfixed into the ruins of the city on the horizon, as though hypnotized by the assault on the senses that is atomic war. Right. Apparently, post-apocalyptic biker was this guy's style of choice. You're made uncomfortable by the way he leers at you when he thinks you're not looking. Yeah, I get that vibe from this guy.
Doesn't look that bad. I don't see what all the survivors were complaining about.
Yeah, fuck those people, am I right? Anyway, so the puzzle here is we gotta find a way to kick these guys out. And I think there's a couple ways to do it. One of the more fun ways is to disable the safety settings.
I can't pull it off by hand. I'm going to need a way through if I want to find out what's underneath.
Let's see. Currency, huh? Substance index, newsfeed, mailbox. Is there a tool we can use in this virtual space? I think we need to find that elsewhere. Listen to History Podcast and the next SAC Strategic Air Command General got hired on to be George Wallace's vice president. Oh boy! Yeah, I can imagine that is, that sure is a choice. Oh, hang on a second. Let's pop off real quick, because I think we can kick another person out. Press conference to the public included the line, I think we have an irrational phobia of nuclear weapons. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think this might be the other guy in the Nukem simulator. Huh, can we whack him one?
There's only so much you can do with a crowbar.
Again, Latha, you're taking the wrong attitude to this. There's almost nothing you can't do with a crowbar if you apply it properly. Yeah, like... Imagine being the kind of galaxy-brained individual who thinks, basically like the people in war games, that you can win a nuclear war, that there is such a thing as acceptable casualties. Alright, so... Is there anything else? IV drip. Oh!
I can't just yank it out. I have no idea what that'll do to him.
Hang on a second. Can we pump him full of something? What's in the ejector? Hypodermic injector gun, now empty after giving Guy his dose. Oh, I get it. I think we cook up something special with the help of the bartender, and then we put it into the IV drip, and that kicks someone else out. If you crowbar harder. Oh, he's the dude that the General Dr. Strangelove is based on. Oh, suddenly that makes a lot of sense. Anyway, you, sir.
What can you make of these?
Well, they got the formulas in here. You sure got some interesting tasting drinks, Missy.
Alright.
I don't think he'd want that.
Howdy there, miss.
Okay, so we need something that can... Can we get sulfuric acid?
I'm feeling adventurous. Sulfuric acid, please.
Coming right up. Don't spill that now.
Okay, I think we actually used this...
Ciao.
Right, we can't use this in Meetspace, obviously, but I think we use this to get the plate open in the game. President picking batshit cabinet choices. Yeah, how apropos. Not long later, said VP pick was sent on a fact-finding mission to Vietnam for the rest of the campaign. Yeah, that is a send this person off to do something that can do no more harm situation. And for God's sake, don't put him in any position of responsibility. One of the options was indeed estrogen. Now, let's see. Siege of Singapore. Actually, what are the other options here? Okay. Hiroshima Classic, 1945. DEFCON DC, 2031. Hiroshima Revisited, 2045. Oh god, that poor city. They had to do it again, didn't they? Operation Shiva's Fist, 2062. Davy Crockett, 2061. And Siege of Singapore, 2075. Sweet. Yeah, the sewer monitors estrogen to protect the frogs. Anyway, so yeah, we turned God mode off here. And launch, that should kick everybody here out.
Here we go!
Oh yeah! We ride, baby! So nice they nuked it twice. No, that's where my mind went to.
Ouch.
Alright, so that takes care of Fearless Phil and Vomiter. Unfortunately, not this trance user. So, back in we go. Alright. Now to the other game. Anything in get nuked? Nope, we good. Oh, man.
I hope they don't have full feedback switched on at their end.
If you get nuked in the game, you get nuked in real life. Though you'd like to think you have an appreciation of the macabre, going through their remains seems like a little too far to go.
I hope they don't have full...
Oh, man. We are just in full-on sociopath mode. It's great. Yeah, the actual man-portable nuke because the Cold War was a fucking time. Yeah, we've got this exciting new weapon. Let's find things we can attach it. Let's find things we can attach it to. Let's find smaller nukes that don't necessarily destroy everything,
A nice game,
but we can
loser.
still make use of it.
Hey, how about best 16 out of 30? Ha ha.
Jerk.
Alright, so who's up for a minigame?
Hi there.
Yo.
Yeah, thank you, MGS3 for teaching me about the Crockett. Yeah, my first exposure to this was the, Command & Conquer Generals, the nuke cannon for the Chinese faction. It took me a while to learn that was actually based on a real weapon. Anyway,
Something tells me you're not very cheerful.
I think the build icon
that
actually
obvious?
is the
It's just that, well,
famous picture of the
it's a
Davy Crockett
game.
firing.
Isn't it enjoyable?
Less so when that asshole's on a winning streak, that's for sure.
What's going on in this sim?
It's called Grathball. I guess you could say it's a competitive reflex test. Each player has to hit the ball back at their opponent until one misses.
Oh yeah, I remember. This game's 100 years old.
Except it's first person. The ball has no gravity and keeps getting faster. You game much?
Not really. I'm more of a creative solitary sort.
Nobody on the friends list?
Hey,
That's below the belt.
No, not many. Who's the guy in the court?
The Zift out there is Domino. He's the reigning champ.
You don't like him?
Wouldn't be so bad if it was just him winning. Problem is, he's such an ass about it.
Oh, yeah,
Even when he's not talking, he just radiates it.
Yeah, that dude whipped out the knife on that one. God damn.
What's the score?
At the moment, 15 games to 0.
Nuke me.
It's true. That guy has split-second reflexes. But the way he acts, I've got to see him beaten.
I think
Is
we
that
found the
cheating?
guy that's in the
Well, he
chair.
hasn't hacked the server. Maybe he just spends most of his spare time practicing.
Got any more helpful tips?
What, aside from you can't win against this guy? Make sure you don't start your swing too late. Start your swing before the ball's reached your platform.
So if I'm having trouble hitting it,
Try swinging earlier.
I'll give it a shot. I need to clear everyone from the server. It's for personal reasons.
Sorry, lady, but I'm not going anywhere till I beat this guy.
What if I beat him for you?
Good luck.
You'd still get to see him lose.
All right. You've got a deal.
All
You
right.
beat him, and I'll retire for the night.
So yeah,
Thanks.
No problem.
we'll give this a try. It is very difficult, but it is indeed doable to beat him legit.
Hi there.
What's up?
But there's a fun other way to deal with this guy.
So, you're Domino?
The one and only. No doubt you've seen my live feed. I guess you've come to get a glimpse of your sporting idol in action.
Not really. Just that your username's visible.
Huh. Better introduce myself. I'm Domino. I'm the den's reigning king of sport.
Jackass.
Right.
What are you guys playing down here?
It's a test of reflexes and coordination.
It looks kind of like tennis.
As if. Tennis is to this as chess is to the real-time battlefield command sim.
But you still have to hit a ball back and forth.
If you want to be all reductionist, in that case, the trance is merely computing in your brain.
Alright, let's play around.
Let's go.
Bring it on.
So yeah, this is basically tennis. There's a slight delay between when you click versus when you
Damn.
swing. And it's basically best of 3. You actually do have a pretty generous swinging arc, but as you can see, the ball
Damn.
speeds up every time. And you have to get it pretty much perfectly at max speed in order to get one past him.
Damn.
Oh yeah! Another win for Team Awesome!
Now you can keep doing this as many times as it
I've got better
takes.
things to do.
You'll be back.
But we can give ourselves an edge here. Now. You, sir.
Howdy there, miss.
Ultra
What
Pong,
can I get
basically, yeah. Alright. Estrogen or benzene? You know what, for funsies, give me a cup of estrogen. Why not?
Finest estrogen, sir.
you? Getting in touch with your feminine side, missy.
Just what are you implying?
Nothing at all, man.
Alright, here we
Better
go.
not be.
Also, you know what, give me the benzene.
Benzene for me, please.
You'll find it has quite a unique kick.
Amazing line, I know, right?
Let me know when y'all's eyesight comes back.
Ciao.
That's one thing I really like about this game. The puzzles get kind of insane, and the behavior of the main character is a bit harder and harder to justify, but there's something to be said for the overall production. I think the voice acting and directing is generally above par, and they put so much effort into the setting and the sheer insanity of the future they're playing with that I kind of do still like the game, even if the actual game parts of it do kind of leave some things to be desired. But anyway, unfortunately we can't take that into the real world with us, so we need some other way to get... We need a way to get that stuff in reality. Huh. What can we do to fuck with this guy? Oh, hey, look at this guy. You weren't here before. What's your story?
Excuse me?
After this, the judgment.
Uh-huh.
What's with the shouting?
I must call to the unsaved that they may hear. They need to know the word of God's love.
It sounds to me like you're harassing them.
I see. Alright.
Go on, what's the message? I'm listening.
The kingdom of heaven is nearly upon us. We must prepare and seek his salvation. Turn aside from this false paradise of yours.
The trance? You don't like the trance.
It is a false promise of paradise. They will lead you into the belief that it can be achieved without faith in him.
So, you don't like the competition the trance gives religion?
There are claims of those within that it is a new promised land. But it is not but a wretched hive of sin and debauchery.
Right.
I don't like the word thrall, but I guess you could say I spend a lot of time in the trance.
Then it is my mission to save you. I must place you on the path to his salvation. I must show you the way.
Yeah, I kind of have things to do here.
Sorry, I'm not really religious.
So few within this sinful city are. They couch themselves within the mire of the sin that is the so-called trance.
I guess people just don't have the time for it. They find ideas that make more sense to them in other places.
None should be more fitting than his word.
In my case, I like to make my own world. That's why the trance appeals to me.
It is blasphemous to seek to liken oneself to godhood. Babel fell for such a reason.
Yeah. We're done
Bye.
here.
Repent before it is too late.
We're moving on.
City, damn power.
Alright. See, I'm surprised the
Judgment
car...
is coming.
Find that girl.
Seek the Lord.
I'm surprised the car didn't belong to someone downstairs. Actually, maybe it's the bouncer's car. Although you'd think he would have said something. Huh. So, what can we do?
Doesn't work like that. It's for putting stuff in, not sucking it out.
Huh. Alright. Credit chip. You know what? Let's try giving him the benzene in this virtual space. We'll see if it does anything. Probably nothing, but who knows? Hey, bro. You look thirsty. You got
Getting
you something.
chemicals into him might help sabotage his game. He wouldn't fall for it this way, though.
Huh. Alright, so we definitely have to drug him offline. Question is, how? Alright, let's see here. Alright, users. Nugget, new user, Spark Wings, El Mustardo, Domino, and Jinsil. Block. Oh! Sick! Alright. Block connections from Union, Latin America. Interesting. So currently Latin America is blocked, or a big chunk of it. I assume this is Brazil. Federal Republic of Brazil. Oh, this is actually kind of neat. So you can see the different political regions in there. So you got the Caribbean Commonwealth, which for some reason includes Mexico. We've got the USA California Concord. USA Atlantic. So there was definitely a split in the US, but it appears to be east-west as opposed to north-south. Let's see. We got the Canadian Republic, which seems to include Alaska now, and Greenland, it would seem. You got the European Federation, which includes the Scandinavian countries. The Russian Federation, still there somehow. People's Republic of China. The Jeddah Treaty Union, which includes North Africa and the parts of the Middle East, notably excluding... I think that's excluding Israel, and probably, It's a little hard to tell. There's not really clear borders indicated. Yeah, Super EU, let's go. South Asian Cooperative. The Greater Han Republic. Okay, so this is interesting. So... there's a distinction between the Greater Han Republic and the People's Republic of China, so it appears that China encountered a schism as well. It's entirely possible that Taiwan swallowed up some territory as well, or there was some sort of split that absorbed it. But in any case, it's an interesting little points of divergence there. Yeah, excluding Israel, Turkey, and a few other places. Yeah, Turkey is definitely part of the Eurofed, which makes sense. Let's see. Japan is still Japan, naturally. Oceanic Partnership Accord, which appears to be just Australia. And I think... is that New Zealand? Can't really tell. Or not New Zealand. I don't know. I'd have to check it. I'd have to double check a map. Okay, so... Federation of South African States. Mashariki. The Umoja Wa. Jeddah Treaty Union, and ECOWAS. I know, I don't think they've explicitly said where the city of Newton is. They do mention that you can see, Nairobi from it, which I believe puts it in Kenya. But I'm not sure if they explicitly state where in, Africa it is. It's somewhere in Africa. Anyway, let's see. So, let's back up one. Also, I think I inadvertently punted a few people out of there. Awesome. So, El Mustardo, Domino, Jinsil, and Mandala. So we got rid of some people. Actually, did we just punt him? Hey, noise!
Tanya. Guess that proves where they were from.
Noise. Alright, so we still gotta get rid of these guys. Which means we gotta drug our friend offline. how do we get ourselves some drugs? Excuse me, Mr.
Hello?
Crime Man.
You there?
You can't see me?
Can't see anything with these lousy eyes. They ain't worth shit in the dark.
Well, surely you can still
Hellfire
talk.
awaits
When
the
I find that
unsaved.
girl.
After this, the judgment.
Okay, this is gonna be a long shot. Mr. Preacher Man, do you have
Excuse me?
drugs?
Judgment is coming. Seek the Lord.
Okay, let's say for the sake of argument, I agreed with you. How does someone get on that path?
Hear me, my child. There are 3 stages. His kingdom, then the material, mortal world. Lastly, the mire of the virtual, wherein you are trapped.
So, how do I get out of the virtual?
We must start you outwards, and first give you an anchor in the material. While the virtual may seem to contain all the pleasures of the flesh,
Hey,
we must
you
show
got fries,
what
nice.
the material can offer to begin the way up.
Which is...
The book says to use what he has given us, and I have been blessed
Oh,
with
shit.
powerful barbiturates.
Homeboy does have drugs. Yeah. Hey, listen, I want to repent. Tell me about your chemical solution for repentance.
I've been thinking about what you've been saying. I definitely want to repent.
Hallelujah, my child. This is a glorious day.
Yes.
Rejoice.
Praise his
Prepare to
name.
begin your spiritual journey.
Yes, praise be, etc.
So,
Very well. But first,
do you got a
donation
pipe, or is this
is
something you
required.
got a
Wait,
freebase?
what?
The means to salvation bear a cost, my child. Narcotics are expensive to come by.
Okay, you're just a drug dealer, aren't you?
Hi.
Repent.
Alright, fine.
Hey, I'd like to make a donation.
That is most
Yeah,
kind,
good thing we
my
stole some
child.
stuff, exactly.
Allow me to put you on the first step away from worldly pain and despair. Remember where to find salvation, should you happen to need more.
Don't worry, I believe this is exactly what I need.
Power.
Yeah. What is religion if not the crocodile of the masses? Quite. Alright. Load the cartridge of tranquilizers into the hypodermic injector. Though old and battered, the bottle's nozzle connects with a little wriggling. Alright. Find a part of his arm that's definitely a blood vessel rather than a tattoo. And in you go. Yes!
Got the whole dose. This should be interesting.
Drugging random strangers. We're the hero. To win a virtual game of grab ball. Puzzles. This is how you solve them, with the power of drugs. Alright, homeboy, time for a rematch. Let's
Hi
go.
there.
What's up?
Alright.
Let's go.
Bring it on.
Now we should have a fighting chance. Oh.
Damn.
Of course, that assumes that assumes my reflexes are up to the task.
Woohoo!
Bonk.
Woohoo!
So yeah, without the drugs, I think you need to get like 4 or 5 back and forths, and it gets real hard after a while.
Woohoo!
You only have to score 3 points,
gotta,
but it is
yeah,
doable. It just takes a lot of practice on the timing.
I don't feel so good.
Alright.
Nothing I couldn't handle.
I don't know what you did, but that was worth sticking around to see. A deal's a deal. I'll log off. Maybe we'll spar sometime.
Rock and roll. That's the thing, yeah. You'd think it'd be nice and relaxed. Yeah, something tells me that wasn't barbiturates per se. Probably something a little... I mean, probably something the dude cooked up at home. It's probably, yeah, the crocodile version of barbiturates, or whatever he would make out of, like, stuff you'd have under your sink. Anyway, Jinsil, time to talk.
How is your progress? It's just you and me. Server's empty. We're alone.
Right.
Excellent. I
Deliver
feel much
exposition.
safer. You going to tell me what's going on now? I shall. But first, tell me, why do you enjoy the trance?
That's a loaded question. Why are you asking?
What's that got to do with anything?
Look, I need your help. My private life is none of your business.
Mandela, we've been taking
Decimorphine.
scans of your
Quick.
connection. We have never seen a sync ratio as high as yours. The trance is literally where you belong. We need your assistance.
Okay, so the hacktivist group is encouraging us to stay in the virtual environment, which is what we want. I suspect an ulterior motive, but anyway, go on.
You need my help? What can I do?
More than you realize, inshallah. The reason you were targeted is linked to your unusual natural affinity for the trance.
They want to kill me because my connection's too fast?
Not directly, it goes deeper than that, to the very structure of your brain. Do you recall what Guy was doing in that cell you shared with him?
Vaguely.
Yeah, he was your relay, wasn't he? You were connecting to Cell's systems through him?
Precisely. He was a vital part of the operation. But thanks to the psychophage, he is indisposed to us.
Let me guess. You want me to be a relay for you?
With a sync ratio like yours, the bandwidth would be incredible.
Your hackers would be running petabytes through my wiring. But you'd need me to get close, right? To the systems of the people trying to kill me?
Yeah, this sounds dumb as hell.
Excuse me if I sound a little skeptical, but you're asking me to walk up to the people trying to kill me? You haven't even given me a good explanation for why they're after me.
I'm sorry, but we don't know a great deal more than you. We need your assistance. Your unique talent with the trance makes you valuable.
So you're not
We
really
hunt you
going to
because of it.
solve the
Turn it
problem,
against
you're just
them.
going to
So,
exploit
this'll help you discover their plans?
the fact that I have a higher
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Shukran,
higher
Mandela.
ping ratio,
Justice shall be
basically.
done. They operate from an old Aerostat terminal, Xanadu Air Freight. Head there. We will remain in contact with you.
Great, more walking.
And now, we must crash the server. Good luck, Mandela.
God damn it. Trance environment has become unstable and must be terminated. If the error reappears, please contact your sysadmin. Aerostat! Yeah, we're going to an air terminal. Why not?
Dr. Regis? Hey, Dr. Regis.
Oh. Sorry, Nina.
Oh yeah, it's
I'm
coming down.
just not used to that name yet.
Congratulations,
We are so gonna get
by
our
the way.
terrorism
Isn't
on.
it kind of old-fashioned, though, taking his name?
I mean, we already we had our apartment blown up. It's only fair we blow something else up.
I think it's romantic.
Not a giant leap backwards?
He lost his family in the war. Now we're starting a new one. I thought it might help give him some continuity.
Speaking of which, you guys planning on having kids?
Eventually, yes. We're speaking to a specialist.
Oh, right. Hot zone. Who'd have thought living in a hazard region would be such a drag?
It's not just Charlie. My work with the inspectors wasn't good for me either.
Going for the test tube baby option, then.
It'll be a whole lot easier to screen for anything we might pass down.
With Charlie's background, I'm surprised he's not growing them himself. Then again, they might go bang if he did it.
Okay, you can be less of
far?
a bitch about
Yes.
this.
I'll just get back to the decompiling.
Right. Right. Gwen, you got
Can't
anything
wait.
to say?
I'm in the middle of dissecting Dr. Vargas's brain.
What?
With the fMRI scanner, of course.
Uh-huh.
Dr. Vargas?
In here, my dear.
What are you doing?
Roadman 9 and 46.
Dr. Chigwa is mapping my
Hey.
brain activity. In many ways, our project will share more in common with us than other computer platforms.
Intermittent rostrocaudal axis patterns. Tell me, what do you think would be the best manner to train such an AI?
That's a interesting question. I have no basis for an answer here. I guess we'll say naturally.
Naturally. It can handle abstractions better than conventional AI. Plus, we have millennia of experience and tradition when it comes to education.
I somewhat agree with you. Do you hear that, Gwen?
Mm-hmm.
Though Dr. Chigwa agrees
She's
that
probably like, just
conventional
shut up and
programming
stop
is
moving
impossible.
already.
She
You're
is
making this
considering
harder.
the possibility of imprinting existing mind states within the platform.
Quick for the AI, but utilizing a person's natural experience?
Though it may not be my
Technique
philosophical
can map the
idea,
brain activity
it is
of
an
a dead
intriguing
fish. Oh,
experiment.
interesting.
It is good to be working with you again, Dr. Pereira. I mean, Dr. Regis.
I did not know
Congratulations
that.
again on the wedding.
Right.
It's been too long since Buenos Aires, Eduardo.
You were my brightest student, Viksha. I felt so conflicted when you were awarded that field
Magnets, how do they
It
work?
feels
Magic,
like so
obviously.
long ago. I was ready for something more sedentary. And this project, it's like nothing else I've ever worked on before. It's groundbreaking, the next big step in artificial intelligence. You must have made some powerful friends in Newton since you left Buenos Aires. I'm surprised they didn't just contract this AI project out to corporate research.
Yeah, put a pin in that thought, Mirage.
Dependence upon the private sector in all future matters.
I mean,
However,
we've already...
if we should not succeed...
We know this project cooks up Central, and we've seen that Central has some blind spots that are easily exploited.
I am afraid that we have hit an obstacle. Though we have a solid theoretical groundwork, we cannot proceed.
And we also know that the project fell apart.
A gene map for the organic processors. Get Charlie or Dr. Chigwa to run it through a flash clone.
Alas, that is where our problem lies. Our plans depend upon the development of neural tissue. The flash clones develop with none, for legal and ethical reasons.
Dr. Baxter has a reliable simulation of the AI running in situ. Surely he can pattern it out onto a larger system.
While the platform will run magnificently in an organic framework, trying to emulate it in a simulation has tremendous processing costs. Unless we can finalize the production of an organic matrix, we will fail.
The City Council must have expected something like this eventually. We can petition for a special exception. They'll provide live embryos for research.
Certainly possible, though too lengthy. By the time approval has been granted, the project will have exceeded its deadline.
Oh boy, we're gonna have to cut some corners on this, aren't we?
There might be another option. Nina gave me the idea. We need normal embryos to engineer, not the flash clones, right?
That is our problem. The Council will not be able to provide them quickly enough.
Well, Charlie and I have been trying for kids. As a result, we have several fertilized embryos frozen.
Viksha, I hope you are saying what I think.
We could, perhaps, donate.
You do not know what this could mean to us.
We done cooked up Central out of one of our kids, didn't we?
You may yet be the surrogate mother of the Central AI.
Whoa, big spike in activity there.
You think Charlie will be okay with that?
Hey, he spent years modifying embryos himself.
Regis is Central's dad. Here we go. Oh, this is just absolutely the best idea possible.
You got in?
Yeah. Now to find out who our mysterious benefactor is.
Good luck. I'll keep the car moving. Hopefully Central won't start asking too many questions.
Copy that. Regis out.
That's alright. I have the legal authority to ground
Regis?
Central.
Yes. You must be the welcoming committee.
They're waiting for you upstairs.
Hey, Moonlight Sonata.
Hold on. Gotta search you first.
Fine,
If
whatever.
That's what it takes.
You are not my father, Regis. Well,
Once
actually...
I'll issue charge pistol, it will be kept safely for you until business is concluded.
Gee, thanks.
You may proceed upstairs.
Alright, we'll call it here as soon as I can save.
Oh, Lord. Nina, you're the one I've been talking to?
You made it at last, Charlie.
Oh, hey! It's the most punchable of the scientists.
If I'd known it was you in my head, I'd never have agreed to come.
Now, Charlie, that's not fair. Let's put the past behind us. What happened to Vicky affected us all.
You've got some nerve. If you think...
In fact, the reason I've invited you is to help fix mistakes arising from the project.
What do you mean?
Allow me to introduce everyone here. Councilman Dean.
Good evening, Dr. Regis.
Ran Schumann.
You don't look like much.
Imogen Natalia Revilla Quintanilla de Flores.
Charmed, I'm sure.
And I believe you've already spoken to Mr. Stepford here.
Oh my, yes.
Oh, it's
All
the
of us are here
robot
because
guy.
of a common cause. The removal of
Very
Central.
definitely a human being.
I mean, you can't just...
It's a difficult proposition, and we need the help of someone like yourself. In exchange, we have the means to assist you with your personal crisis.
You've always dreamed big, haven't you, Nina?
We know exactly where your offspring are. Don't dismiss us outright. We can help each other, Charlie. Listen to what we have to say.
Okay, so basically we have some Illuminati shenanigans going here, and they've got plans for Central and the city. But that will be for next time in next episode. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Have a good night, and we will see you next time.